crazy things. And he's always, he'll be right. And one time he's breaking a horse in, Willie could tell the story better than me because he knows all the details, but Dad's breaking his horse in, and Dad had this gift. Like normally it takes Dad 6 weeks to break a horse in, Dad could do it in 1. So he'd rush everything. And he said to Willie, his horse is ready to go in the gig first time, so I want you to drive it. And he says, is it right? Has it got a good mouth? Yeah, it's all good. You'll be right. So Willie gets in the gig and horse takes off and tips him out and turns, smashes the gig up and runs around crazy, and Willie catches the horse again and brings it back to the stables, and Dad just starts taking the harness of it. He said, what are you doing? He said, well, if you can catch it, it's no good anyway. In the younger days, he's always buying trucks and buying vehicles. And where's Uncle Brian? Is he still here? Uncle Brian tells us some stories about when Dad towed this vehicle. I think he said from Cronulla to Uncle, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
But they had no tyres on the truck. So they towed it on its rims. It takes about 8 miles, and it was the summertime and Taylor's like, and so it cut tracks from Cronulla to Arncliffe, and the police
Follow the track.
they just followed the track. But Dad had this other special gift where he could get into trouble, but he always had this knack of getting out of trouble. And he could always get his way out of things. There's another time there when Uncle Brian tells me another story when he bought his other truck and they're going through Brighton, and there's something wrong with the petrol pump, so Brian had to stand on the running board with a can of petrol and pour it into the a little bit at a time. And Dad said, well, get this truck home, you're right. Going through Brighton, all of a sudden it backfired, and Brian just threw the tin. And he just happened to be going past the most beautiful front yard in Brighton. And it landed, the tin landed in the middle of this lady's beautiful garden, lawn and everything, and just went whoosh. And within seconds, her lawn was black. But like Dad with his special gift, he said to the lady, don't worry, it will grow back. Right. Even though Dad tells heaps of crazy stories, he does some crazy things. Like Bill Neely's here. Bill's one of Dad's bestest mates, about 40, 50 years over there. And Bill can tell you a story about once Dad drove a truck. He wanted to go down the highway because it was unregistered. And he went down the railway line. and then he couldn't get off. And then the clutch went and needed some fluid for the clutch. Well, I had to use some fluid. Bill can tell you the story better than I could. That's what Bill say, you're an Mick, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell you heaps of stories, but there's always someone else who's got a story, maybe something like that. But even though I learned a lot of Dad with crazy things, I learned some good stuff too. Some good stuff. Like Bernard touched on at the church today, he spoke about compassion, and he spoke about respect, and Dad would stand up, Dad had a lot of respect for women. And even though he'd make these decisions, and he'd always get him in a lot of trouble. Back in the late 60s and 70s, he signed an Aboriginal woman into the club over here, which was apparently couldn't do that, I don't know. He got in a lot of trouble. But he would do that because he would stand up for stuff that was right. He believed it wasn't right. And he had a lot of respect for women. And he just put himself out there. Regardless of what the consequences would be, that's what he did. He'd stand up for things like that. And that's something I've learned over the years, is that respect women, stand up for the things that you believe in. That's what nothing you do. He always had this habit, when he drove past a cemetery, he'd always take his hat off. Very respectful. And I said to him all that day, he's like, what do you do that for, Dad? I can't respect. I said, they can't see you, Dad. Why do you do that? So he just kept on doing it. That's what you have to do. Little things he just did.
What about when he ran into the train?
Oh, very good.
That was a beauty. Can you tell that one?
Oh, we hit a parked train one night, yeah. Back in those days, there was no reflectors or lights, and you'd been to the pub, and then he decided I'm going to sue the railway. And everyone said, go sue the government. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, he got that book out anyway. That's just a few stories, and I'm sure
What
someone else
about when
maybe
you
can
come
tell
in
some.
1970 and they turned the power off
Oh, yeah.
on him and the rats ran over him in the mice all night?
In the mouse plague, yeah.
They're out there.
That
What
wasn't
about
very
him
nice.
pleasing with the gun?
Peter, when he held the rat up.
Where's Pete?
It's down there somewhere.
Peter,
Come
come
on,
up here and
Peter.
tell us what happened. Come on, Peter. Peter, come up here and tell us what happened.
We can't hear you, Peg. Come on.